Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. Sorry that my chair is cracking. I gotta buy a new chair again. I keep buying the regular price ones, a couple of $100. It only lasts a couple of years. Sorry. Okay, having said that, today's Monday. Welcome back, everyone, from the long Thanksgiving weekend. I and please let me know if you hear any audio issues. You shouldn't, but because I tested this, it works. So please let me know if you hear me well. You should. At any event, today's Monday, so I'll be back later on my other channel. And if anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmilou.com, or feel free to call me or text me on my YouTube number. We can negotiate a time that's good to talk. I thank you very much, Erod. All right. And I believe that's all I had as announcement. Yeah. Thank you, Ron. Thank you, everybody, for letting me know. Okay. I'm going to go with the Biden story because it's a little shorter. I feel Biden did the right thing by pardoning Hunter. But Trump is screaming already, but we know that's what he does, his arrogance. And he always thinks he knows better, but it's Biden's fault. Biden has ignored him for over 4 years. So whenever you do that with people like Trump, they think you are afraid or you're timid. If you are too timid, you can't deal with them. You have to smack them. Just let them know, I can get back at you the same way you get to me. So, but Biden has not done that. He has basically done everything he could to rise above the fray. Trump does not understand that, obviously. And let me tell you another thing, okay? I don't know about legal stuff, but I would not be surprised if Trump finds a way to go after Biden. If there is any way, Trump will go after Hunter. He may try Biden too. Okay, that may lead to a whole other situation. But let me tell you, Trump is so full of himself these days, worse than ever before. I don't feel he understands. He is on borrowed time. But Biden made the right decision to basically give Hunter a chance, because Trump will use any means necessary to get back at the Biden family. And it's not because there is anything, as obviously, look at what they did to Hunter. I'm not saying Hunter is a saint. The guy did some stuff. But you know what? A lot of families in this country have kids with drug issues. So it's an illness. There's nothing you can do. And given what Hunter has been through, losing your mom, brothers and sisters, it's tough. So the trauma I'm talking about, you never know. So, but Trump doesn't care. It's only about himself and his family, and it's going to backfire. But I feel, yes, he can investigate the Biden, do all kinds of stuff to smear them, but it will all backfire on him and the people who are trying to go after Biden. Among other people, they're going to try to investigate. This is going to get really nasty, my friends. Having said that, as I have always said to all of you, I don't do anything if I don't see it in my dreams or when I go to the doctors. If it's on my mind, I will be told what's going to happen. Okay, that's the way. Since my mom is gone, I don't have anybody to read for me anymore. So I just focus on my dream. That's how I live. At any event, because as I have always said to you, during our dreams, that's when God talks to us and gives us the answers to any questions that you may have. Having said that, obviously, like everyone else, I'm worried about the country. I am not going to run anymore. My father ran and left Haiti. Thank God. I'm happy for that. I'm here, given the trauma that Haiti is going through right now. It's all, a compilation of things, from slavery to everything else. And then you had a dictator on top of it. And that's what America is going to learn about. I hope we don't. But I have created a couple of other videos where I've mentioned what can happen in this country. To go back to my dream, so like everyone else, I've been concerned about this country and where we are going. And it's not pretty. So I'm worried. Well, not worried, but I'm concerned. And this morning around 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, I had a dream where I saw a bunch of people, but they are Trump supporters, if Trump wasn't there too. But I didn't see him specifically. And there were a crowd of them standing in an area. I don't know how to explain it, but it wasn't a bright area. When suddenly another group of people, I mean, a whole lot of people, started chasing away the group of MAGAs, Trump supporters, that were gathering, and they all ran away, and the crowd were chasing them. And then I woke up. And the minute I woke up, I'm like, this can't be true. Because that's what's been on my mind, but I don't know. I know what we are watching right now. A lot of Republicans, we're not going to go about that talk about for Democrats because we know how they feel. Are not appreciating what Trump is doing, lowering our standards, trying to destroy what we have. You can, it's always good to change things, to update, process, all kinds of stuff. You take a department, you make it better. But Trump wants to destroy, just like the healthcare. He's supposed to be replacing it with something. But what was the word he used again? Concept. He has concepts of a plan for the past 8 years. So the same thing he wants to do to our government. A failure. I know he's got money and everyone tend to measure us based on how much money we have. But no one knows how we acquire that much money. Just like Elon. He's been cheating all along. Just like Trump. He doesn't pay those who work for him. So they accumulate a lot of wealth. And people are under the impression that they are upstanding citizens and honest. And obviously, right now, look at what they are doing. They are trying to pretend that they know better and they can demolish, and we're going to rebuild. All we have to do when it comes to Elon is take a look at what he's done to X or Twitter. Twitter is worth 72% less than when he purchased it. And all those other companies that he owns, the government, our tax money, are keeping him afloat. And Trump, I don't even have to give you examples. You look at the way he's been grifting his base, and he's still selling stuff. So, intuitively, I feel Republicans, not all, but the majority, are feeling uneasy about what they are seeing. They were hoping for better. Don't ask me why. They were hoping for better. Yes, they too will turn on Trump at the right time. I don't know exactly. I wasn't told when I had the dream when this is going to happen. But I would be surprised if it doesn't happen within the next, 3 months after he takes office, or like I've said sometimes before. I don't know, the past couple of weeks, or from 3 months after he takes office to the summer of 25, there is no way. The way I am feeling, some of the stuff that Trump is doing, he's so drunk on power, he thinks he can get away with everything. He's been lucky so far. A lot of people have not been standing up to him. That's about to change. Biden has been he's accomplished a lot. He's been busy, and his last big accomplishment was the peace process in the Middle East that Trump did everything he could to destroy as well. All those things will become obvious to the majority of Americans. And his lies, every day, people are talking about, he lied to us, he lied about this, he lied about that, he did this, he did that. And he's got to have a word on everything. He doesn't know anything. Just like he was saying doctors should shine the light of somebody's behind to get rid of COVID. Yeah, but they voted them back in. The regrets are going to be fast and furious. It started already. But my friends, my prediction is Trump and his goons will not last very long. And this time, they're not going to be able to wake that movement up. The whole MAGA thing will go away. That's my prediction. And when it comes to Hagstead, whatever his name is, I don't know, I have a specific name for him. I wrote it on Blue Sky today. So, but you guys can imagine what I'm trying to say. I don't see how. I said before, Robert, Ham, and somebody else, the JFK, are going to have a hell of a time getting through their confirmation process. I would be shocked if they get through. And there are more skeletons. I said, when was that, last week? There are more things to come. They are coming out. If I'm not mistaken, they had something about him on CNN last night or this morning, because I have not watched much news. I still go on Twitter because some journalists are still there, and also I can't quit. If YouTube moved to Blue Sky, because YouTube has their support team on Twitter, so I still have my account there. Otherwise, I would have deleted it. The thing is, I go to these sites to get my news, and I'll watch PBS or something like that. But I mostly now navigate through YouTube and those platforms to get my news instead of watching, giving my time to MSNBC or CNN. I rarely go to CNN. I watch 3 or 4 shows on MSNBC just to let them know that we need honest journalists. But to go back to what I was saying, I don't feel this second time the Trump administration is going to last. I know some of you are going to ask me, what about Vance? To be honest with you, I don't know. This is going to be so bad. I am not sure if Vance will take over, if it's somebody else. I know the order is the president, vice president, and the Speaker of the House. I don't know how it's going to come out, because this is going to be a mess. This is a place, it feels like to me, that we've never been before. Trump is so arrogant, and so far, no one has really stepped up and stand up to him. That's going to change, and it's not only one. It's not going to be only one person. And the American people are going to wake up and say it's enough. Hagstead, these type of people, the Americans are going to start saying, that's not us. That's what's coming. I don't know exactly what's going to trigger that reaction. But Trump thinking that he's feeling our government, our representatives, so-called people that he's going to send throughout the world, a bunch of criminals. Yes, there are some people in the MAGA crowd, they don't care. Stick it to the labels until the international community start to react. They don't welcome these people. Yes, an ambassador like Kushner's father, they're going to receive him and stuff like that. But they're not going to mingle with them like they normally do. They are going to be treated with respect, but like you're inferior. You are beneath us. Among other things that are going to cause those, well, Americans in general, to react and no, not against. I'm using France because that's where Kushner's father is going to be the ambassador. Okay. That's all Trump hires. Criminals, people, who abuse women, all kinds of nasty stuff in their background, like hog shit. Okay, those are the type of people. They're not going to be received well in the world stage. Slights, the way people are going to treat them, and even in this country too. Some of the stuff, some of the behaviors. Right now, I can tell you intuitively, the circus at Mar-a-Lago, it's crazy. I don't see how these people are going to be able to govern. And I know a lot of people think, it's like people think we're still living in normal time. No, we are living in different time. Trump brought it about very fast. And the Republican Party, they did everything they could. All kinds of games for them to come up to power and stay in power forever. Well, they have it now. Let's see if they can handle it. I don't think so. This can't last. It's not going to work. That's my prediction. And the way I told you, I see people chasing Trump, and to me, intuitively, that crowd of people represents Trump, his administration, and those who support him. They would be basically chased out of Washington. The only thing I don't know is what's going to trigger it and exactly when it's going to happen. But I don't feel it's going to take very long. And the disgust that's coming, there's going to be a lot of scorn to go around. And you guys, those of you who have been with me for a long time, remember I've said a long time ago, thank you, Kingdom00 Hearts, for your generosity in the super chat. I appreciate it. Kingdom said, if President-elect Donald Trump and J.D. Vance get disqualified for cheating in the 2024 election, and the Speaker, Mike Johnson, is also an accomplice, and that is it. It is possible Kamala Harris can become president. I doubt it. I'm being honest. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know what the order of succession is. Republicans are not just going to roll over and let the Democrat take over. No. And I don't think what I am saying is going to happen. I made sure, because I don't want to put anybody's hopes high into thinking this is going to happen. I would be shocked. I can confuse time. It's very difficult to tell time because time does not exist. And I've explained that in previous videos. Outside of our of Earth, there is no such thing. or at least it's different. So it's very difficult to synchronize things, or sequentially, or the sequence of events. Okay, but I doubt it can happen. But I doubt it's going to happen before inauguration day. And guys, this is going to be so bad. By the time inauguration day comes around, I mean, Trump is failing. Thank you very much, for your generosity and the super chat. I appreciate it. Okay. Trump is hobbling right now. I mean, people usually, administration put their best foot forward before they get inaugurated, and they enter the White House. This is chaos, crazy, everything behind the scenes. And there are going to be stories that are going to come out. People paying people off in order for them to have access. I'm not saying that never happened before, but now it's even worse. And there are stories, my friends, that are going to come out that are going to be shocking. Okay, investigation that's being done. Things that are going on behind the scenes right now, we don't know, and it all has to do with money. And also, okay, spies and the relationship between Trump, the guy from Hungary, okay, and Putin, among others. There's a whole bunch of stuff that's brewing at Mar-a-Lago right now, and all around Trump and people around him. They think they are so smart, they know it all. They are so arrogant. Thank you very much, Deborah Webb, for your generosity in the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yes. Okay. But I don't want to mislead anyone, say, I know for certain when I said what I said, that the dream I had, when it's going to happen. All I can tell you, and I've been saying it before, I don't see how this is going to work. So this morning when I had that dream, I'm like, oh boy, this is not good. Okay. So I want to make sure everyone hears me. I'm going to repeat. I am not saying it's going to be before January 28th. I doubt it. Kamala will be president, but not this time if she runs again. Okay? She will make it. Because people are going to come to realize they messed up. Kamala is still young. Unfortunately, Hillary, because of her age, she's not going to try to run for president again. Okay? But Kamala will be 64 in 4 years from now. So if she wants to run, she has not made up her mind. I was looking at a post on Blue Sky yesterday, something she posted, I don't remember. Oh yeah, it was about Thanksgiving. Okay. She's having a difficult time recovering from the loss, and I'm not saying it in a negative way. She left everything on the field. She did everything she could. In my eyes, intuitively, the woman has nothing to be sorry about, or I don't feel, anything can be made better. But I think she did an amazing job. But yes, people would recognize not only what Biden has done, his accomplishment, what Kamala has done, her accomplishment, compare to what's coming. Trump is going to lie, and that's what's going to catch up with them as well. Americans are going to be forced to face what they've done, what Trump is going to do. Yes. Okay. As we know, when you are in this White House, things happen. Trump is going to try to lie his way out, because that's what he does. It's always somebody else's fault. My friends, it's not going to work this time. Yeah. And something else? People are fed up with him. The media that he wants to go after. Not all, but some of them. They are possibly in a minority. They are willing to ask him the tough questions. The international media, watch the embarrassment if he travels. Okay, that's to come. Yeah. And yes, he's going to try to often puff and curse people out as, a demand that certain journalists be banned from being around him. Yeah, he'll get sued too. Well, the Supreme Court, knowing the Supreme Court, they probably give him a pass. But this is not going to be a pretty show, my friend. Thank you very much, Kingdom 00 Hearts. Kingdom says, I think if any evidence is presented, hopefully before January 28th, or at least this month, it could be possible. Yes, there has to be something behind the scenes, and she's aware of election interference. I told you guys, well, I did not know exactly what it was when I was saying if Democrats don't pay attention, we're going to have a problem. Okay? The way Republicans went about suppressing and all kinds of stuff, the Russians, all these things, and I told you guys, Trump has been communicating with Putin through Orban, and Orban has been tutoring Trump. I've said that. I have the videos. Oh yeah, I bought a brand new computer. I should not spend the money, but I did. Sorry. Okay, so it's a lot faster than anything I have here. That is so that I can pause all my videos and find. What happens is it translates voice to words. Okay. And then it passes it. You can search for any word that you want. So I've done that. So, but I want to make sure intuitively Republicans, they understand that they have to do things so that people, even if you see it, okay, how are you going to make a case? For example, when Lara Trump, and I called, I'm repeating it because I saw it on one of my videos. I forgot I said it, but I saw it. Lara Trump once said, if anybody goes out and vote, okay, and you vote illegally, they will come after you. And I did say, her saying that was basically suppressing the vote, scaring some people. If you are an immigrant, okay, some people are just cowards. But it's not their fault. It's, they don't want their lives disturbed. Okay, we don't know how many people. I'm just giving you one example of somebody who basically went out, and she's done it a number of times, threatened people if they go out and vote. Now, to those type of people, all they have to think is, well, if I go vote, maybe they would investigate me. I have a family. I got this. I got that. I have to be careful. Okay, so. Those are the type of ways that they've basically discouraged some people, Trump lies and everything. And then the Russians calling bomb threats and everything. Yes, there has been interference. I'm not saying no, but it's the way Republicans went about executing their tricks. That's what happened. And if you look at, the way they gerrymandered everything else and some of the red states where they have supermajorities. I'm just giving that as an example. That's what they've been doing in order for them to be able to. They did it in such a way, okay, they are expert at it, or they were experts already. And they've had 4 years with the chief conman, Trump, at the top, saying to them, whatever it takes, I want to get back into the White House. And I said a number of times, at least 10 or 11 times, if Democrats don't have their eyes on the prize, if they don't understand what Republicans are doing, that's going to be a problem. And that's what happened. Okay. I was hoping, because I don't know how elections, I'm not an expert. Okay. All I can tell you, if they did it by flipping votes on the computers, that can be because of all the logs and every other technical ways. I don't want to get into that now because I mentioned that before. Okay, that's too obvious. They would get caught. They've done it in other ways. And we're going to hear about that too. Believe me, there are reporters behind the scenes today, as we speak, that's been doing it, analysis on how this whole thing went down. Yes, there is a gentleman, a computer scientist who did an analysis. He's correct. Okay, all those things are possible, but it's you see that bullet vote, I believe they call it bullet something. Okay, ballot bullet or bullet ballot, something like that. Okay, yes, and Trump did it. I remember He was saying in one of his rallies in North Carolina or something like that, even if you go vote, okay, vote for me or something like that. And he was saying to people, you don't ever have to vote again. That's his plan. But my friends, I don't know what's going to trigger what I saw, MAGA being chased out of Washington, D.C., but it's coming. I just hope it's, I feel between now and next summer, this whole trend is going to wreck. It's not going to work. So let's see what happens. So hang in there. I don't want to mislead anyone. Okay? I still feel Kamala would be in the White House, but it's her choice at this point if she wants to run again. But she's young. She just turned 60, if I'm not mistaken. Okay? So let's see what happens. Shan Greenwich says, good day, Milou. How are you? Moderators and everyone. Okay, I thought that was a question. I'm looking. Raymond de Pasquale says, a nation can survive. Oops. Okay, got it. A nation can survive its fools and even the ambitious, but it cannot survive treason from within. Any enemy at the gates is less formidable. Oh, absolutely. For he's known and carries his banner openly. Marcus Cicero. Yes, I agree with you, Raymond. That's the most frightening part. But you see, intuitively, okay, Trump is going to do himself in. And if you intuitively, I feel he already has. Okay. There is so much going on behind the scenes that we are going to find out about, besides some of the people he's putting in place. And he's annoying a lot of Republicans in the House and in the Senate. Wife beaters, abusers, drunks, Russian spies, to which he's one of them. Okay, a whole bunch of those people, including him. It's a matter. This is a train wreck. It's a matter of when, and I would not be surprised. You know, when you have dreams, I don't know how many of you pay attention to your dreams. Okay, dreams are symbolic. It can happen the way you see it, or it's a message. For example, I don't know, I'm not sure, I'm not going to lie to you. I know what my feeling is, I've told you. But it can be something that goes down in Washington, D.C., and then people just go say, okay, we're not going to accept this, and they take to the streets. And then Trump leaves. Or it can be something that happened. Or it may even be an illness, and Trump leaves. Okay, I think the former is more or less what's going to happen. But I just don't want anyone, I just don't want to mislead anybody. Okay, that's what's important to me here. And I'm not going to tell you it's going to happen before January 28th. I doubt it. The way I am getting it, Biden mentally, he's done. He's ready. He doesn't care. Like somebody said, one of the posts I read on Blue Sky, I don't remember exactly how they put it. Something to the effect that Biden doesn't have another something to give, like he doesn't care anymore. He pardoned his son, and people can criticize and do whatever you want. That's the way I've been getting Biden as well. That's why I told you guys. I didn't put it that way, but I said I don't see Biden doing anything unless he found something concrete. He can build a case. Oh yeah, he'll stop everything. Because he doesn't like the way things are going. And that's basically why he knows if he didn't pardon Hunter, Trump would make his life impossible. And that's what his family convinced him over the weekend. Among friends, all of us who have written to him and other people said, pardon him. because Trump doesn't care. Just to prove a point, I wouldn't be surprised if Trump is going to go after him regardless. Okay? Because that's what he does, but it's all going to come back to bite Trump. Watch this space. And all those people he has around him who are doing crazy things, I said this before, Trump is going to take a lot more people to prison with him. And this, something, I only heard of one person who turned Trump down for a position. Okay, I was trying to remember which position that was. But the person accepted it at first. I don't even remember the name of the person. I'm going to Google it and I'll tell you guys tomorrow who that person is. And then he rescinded his the offer. Okay. Well, I only heard of one person, but everyone else, you're not qualified. This is crazy. That's what I find sick to me. These people that Trump is putting in place, they know they are not qualified to be in those positions. But I've told you guys before as well, that's what Papa Dog did. All dictators, that's what they do. They put unqualified people in positions where they would never have been, even dream in their wildest dreams that they would ever be. But they take it. And that's how, in this case, Trump is going to control them. And he's going to demand that they do what he tells them to do. Yeah. And my friend, this is going to be fun to watch. Me, I'm just going to relive under the Papa Doc epoch. I've seen this movie before. It didn't end well. And this time around, it's not going to end well either. Baby Doc barely escaped with his life. And it's because, if I'm not mistaken, I think the American government basically helped him out. Yeah, get out. He went to France. Okay. Watch what's going to happen here. I'm not going to repeat. I have the videos. Yeah. A lot of people are going to go to prison with Trump. I still don't feel. I know most people think he's gotten away with it and everything. Well, let's see what happens. Intuitively, there's only one thing that can keep Trump from prison if he goes 6 feet under. Because every day that goes by, he opens his mouth. He creates more enemies. I know he did this, he won the election. But my friends, like I said, they had 4 years to put all this together. And those who, Kamala is a woman, we're not going to vote for him or for whatever. 8 million people didn't vote. To me, okay, a great number of those people, like the example I gave earlier about Lara Trump, I wonder how many of those people were terrified to go out and vote. And among other excuses, they didn't go and vote. Right now, they're all saying, oh my God, maybe we messed up. Okay? So Republicans had 4 years to do this. They go out and those, the Palestinians and others, Hispanics, right now, they are very concerned. And yes, they're going to be abused first. After that, Trump and his goons will try to move on to others, but hopefully they won't have a chance. It won't happen. But this is a train wreck. It's going to crash. It's a matter of time. Let's see what happens. But that's my prediction. All right. Let me see if there are any questions. I don't see any questions. Okay. Big Hug says, I think countries overseas are stepping in. Our government can seem to get it right. Oh, yeah. That's what well, not exactly. Diana is asking, Milou, do you get, oops, where did it go? Okay. Any intuition on inauguration day? I had anxious dreams last night. I feel like we have some turmoil coming. Yeah, it's going to be some turmoil, but I had a dream last night as well, like I just explained. I feel it's going to go fine. Okay. Yeah, I mean, when I say go fine, expect Trump bombastic threats and all that kind of stuff. And he may say something like, don't be surprised if he mentions suspending the Constitution or make changes, all kinds of stuff. Basically, it's going to be a speech to scare people. Okay. He knows everything. He's got Representative Sylvester Stallone, stupid, ignorant idiot. He's a movie star. He should stay in his lane. Do that. Trump is God representative. I don't know how many of you heard that stupid thing. Anyway, so I think it's going to go fine. Yeah, there are going to be some stuff. People are not happy. Even people who voted for Trump are concerned. So, and Trump thinks he has a mandate to change everything, break the government, Elon and company. All these people, I know I have his name here. I'm sorry I didn't mention him. But he's got a whole bunch of stuff coming for him too, for himself. Elon, the reason why I put Elon's name here is because I am not sure when, probably within the next year or two, he's going to lose his government contracts. That's why I put his name here. Okay. He's going to pay for his arrogance. Yeah. Just like Trump, he's not making any friends. And I've said this before. The type of people he runs around now are going to shun him too. Or for whatever reason, whatever it is, they're going to be running away from him. That's my prediction. So, but yes, there's going to be some stuff, but it's going to be very, the government anticipates already that they know what I am saying to you guys. I am outside. I don't know. I don't have any connections. I'm telling you intuitively what I feel is going to come. But there are people in government. They have some very, they're intuitive too. Don't be fooled. The government has psychics and intuitives and stuff like that too. Okay. But they have an idea of what's to come. They're going to be prepared with security to handle whatever comes. Okay. But yes, there's potential for stuff, but I'm not seeing anything bad. But it's not going to be a peaceful day. People will register the displeasure with the incoming Trump administration. You're right. Okay, but I don't see anything bad. I feel the worst will come later. Something is going to trigger some kind of something. And I would be surprised if Trump, if his presidency survives. I don't think so. Let's see what happens, because Republican senators, I know some of them are coming out in support of Kash Patel. I hope they put him in the FBI. Oh, Lord. Guys, don't worry. Don't get crazy over the people Trump is putting in those positions. They are going to cause his demise. Mark my word. You see, this is not Haiti. Haiti is a little country. Okay? Things can go south in this country very fast too. But people have expectations in this country. In Haiti, since that's what I know, that's the example I'm going to use, okay? Haitians don't have any expectations from the government. They hope, they wish, maybe somebody can help us, okay? I don't remember my father waiting on the government for anything, or they're going to have some kind of projects. It's all baloney. But in this country, okay, the representative of the people, they have expectations. People have expectations. They're going to lower my taxes. We're going to have water within the next year, clean water, okay, all kinds of stuff. And it doesn't get done. Or my check, my Social Security check is late. Oh boy. I'm just giving things that we all can understand. Examples, okay? that can drive people insane, and then all hell will break loose. But what I feel is coming is going to be worse than that with these people that Trump is putting in place. They're incompetent and ignorant. I don't know how many of you heard. I know I keep calling them that, but that's what they are. And people are beginning to label Trump that. Okay, ignorant, because he is. Kash Patel, a judge called him out as incompetent. I saw it last night on Blue Sky. Somebody posted a note that what a judge said about Kash Patel, and he's going to be FBI director. They don't know. These people are going to cause major problems, and they're not going to help Trump. Trump thinks they're going to turn everything upside down. Things are going to go according to Trump wishes. Oh, yeah. Until things go wrong. And it's not going to be one thing that's going to go wrong. Yeah. This is, I mean, I know a lot of people are saying, oh, yes, they're going to cause damage. Yeah, they're going to cause damage. But they're going to hurt themselves at the process. That's my prediction. Okay, friends. Thank you very much, everyone, for spending time with me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. Please leave me a comment about the audio. I fixed a couple of things. It wasn't easy, but I found out what the problem was. So please let me know if this sounds, how the sound is, who those of you who have been having problem, if this sounds better. It should, but let's see what happens. If you like the channel, please subscribe, and also don't forget to tap on the notification bell. If you would like everything from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmilou.com, or call me, text me on my YouTube number. We'll negotiate a time that's good for both of us to talk. Please give me a thumbs up. That would help me a lot. Again, everyone, thank you. I will see those of you who come to my Monday evening sessions. I will see you later. Till then, bye.